I need the car that's off the hook. Old school dope look. Paint job got them shook.
You are now
Creepy
listening to a
clean
Power
like
Requires
Stephen
Hustle
King.
presentation. What up, world? This King Kold the Rapper. I'm hanging out in the Rabbit Hole studio with Cooper Poco. Say what up, Cooper.
What up, world?
Yo, we're also here with Power Requires Hustle artist Cluid. Say what up, Cluid.
What's up?
Yeah, man. So, we are on episode, 12?
Yeah.
12.
Episode
Yeah,
12 of this
Big one, too.
this historical documentation of our lives.
Yeah.
Day by day, week by week, month by month.
Wait for it to be 30 years down the road.
No
dude.
doubt, dude. Our
Personal
grandkids are going to
journal.
look back on this.
Ate egg salad and got sick today. Personal journal. Do not say in podcast.
Stupid. Any fucking who.
Right.
I watched The Aviator a little bit today. We didn't realize how long that shit was, but it's long, fam. But I'm like halfway through it, and we were watching it, and this guy has a million ideas about airplanes and aerodynamics and just revolutionizing so many businesses at the same time, making these movies and shit. And Adrian was like, "You were literally the rap version of that fucking guy." Because I just have these wild ideas that I literally call George Lucas ideas.
Yeah.
Because I don't have the means to make them, or or technology's not there. Like, I have literally wrote songs that I'm waiting for a particular instrument to be invented for me to put that out. Now, I know that sounds far out there in the world, but like, I literally have songs that I'm waiting for that next thing to come along, and then I'm gonna be right there with it. But dude, it's gotta, like, when you write something and you're waiting for the right beat to come along, it's just like that.
Yeah.
Only I'm waiting for like the right entire movement to come along,
You need
and then I'm just
to play with one of those air pianos where you blow into it and you play it. It's got a piano body.
Oh
and
yeah,
it's got
yeah.
this
It looks like that
fucking-
fucking weird
Do some
thing off.
fucking corn shit, dude.
Dude.
Just start playing bagpipes.
There's
No, but it's kind of like that in a way, you know. I'm just waiting it out to see what happens. But I know that sounds fucking like cheesy and a cop out. But I was talking to my wife and I counted up how much music I have, and I was like, I could literally put out one song a week for the next 3 years without writing or recording a motherfucking single thing. And she was like, "You should do that. But you won't, will you?" And I was like, nah, I'm definitely going to continue to write music. I'm going to write music until either I die or, like, beats just die off. And then she was like, well, what you should do is put out a song a week for the next 3 years and teach yourself to make your own beats. And then, like, you got it all. It's all just you. And that's intriguing. It really is.
I mean, people like newer artists, like, well, I guess he's not new, but like people like Hobson, like, I'm pretty dead ass certain he makes his own shit.
A lot
he goes
of them,
in his
yeah.
own studio.
Yeah.
And,
I know he films his own music videos.
Yeah.
And I like Hobson's shit, but everything Hobson does kind of sounds like your older brother yelling at you and judging you. You know what I'm saying? He's like, fucking smoking weed, sitting at home, getting all juggalific with it, and then he goes to the fucking gathering and makes money off of those dudes. It's like, come on, bruh. Fucking, and I don't have anything against Hobson. I really don't.
Yeah.
Like, Marcus is cool, whatever. But yeah, it's really weird listening to his shit, and it's like really judgmental, and I'm like, well, I mean, that's cool, whatever, but I'm not like, fucking, don't be drinking, don't be doing drugs, bitch. This is bad for you. And, like, it would be different if he was, like, taking it from, like, a Will Smith perspective of, hey, I don't have to do drugs to make it, yada, yada. But, like, he's not. It's from a judgmental perspective. So, like, when I started seeing that shit, and then he has songs like, I sag my pants until my ass shows, I even smack hoes, yeah, I'm an asshole. It's like, I don't know. It's like, how can anybody judge me for 40 bad bitches?
I mean,
You know, and like,
I mean, if you look at it, it's probably slight clout, if you want to call it, because, well, not clout, but like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, you know how Lil Pump or somebody like that will go on either XXL or IG feed, something like that. And they'll have this bizarre fucking story that they know that they fucking know ain't shit. Like Lil Pump saying he's better than fucking Eminem
Just
or some shit
dumb
that one
shit.
time.
You're
Yeah.
right. Yeah. It's just cloud chasing bullshit. Solid. Yeah, you're right. Dude, that's what I need to do. I need to have some kind of major motherfucking scandal.
Yeah.
You know, but dude, I'm like, it's hard to do when you're like a business owner and you're a public landlord and you, work with the public and you're motherfucking putting out music. Like, dude, you gotta be really careful with what you do, man.
Yeah,
I can't
well,
just...
and you're a family
Well,
man.
you could
Yeah,
always
definitely.
go to prison and write a song about it.
Hey, no, I've never been in trouble my entire motherfucking life. I'm trying to keep it that way. Like, literally, I'm good. You know, it's just, I'm trying to live the best way that I can right now. You know, in the best aspect. You know, I feel like I've got a really good connection with God. I got a great family. Like, everything in my life is really starting to click together. I just got this badass job. And dude, it's everything I liked about Toronto's. You know what I'm saying? Just like, it just seems so tight-knit. Everybody's chill. The managers have literally been there longer than I've been alive. So, like, if you think about that, dude, they have hundreds, at least 100 years of experience between the 5 of them working in that restaurant alone. Dude, they've got a solid, like, she walked me through the floor layout and, like, how everything works. I'm just like, bro, this is amazing. Like, I gotta know more about it. You know, like, working in restaurants intrigues me anyways because it's almost like a factory for food. You know, it really is. You know, things start here, they go from there to there.
Different people.
Finished product. Yeah, a lot of hands on the product, you know.
Money.
A lot of money, baby. Yep. So I'm hype about that. Not just the money, but like no, the money's part of it.
Just getting back out of there, you know.
Yeah, man. Look, I missed serving. And I know that sounds fucking stupid, but dude, I do. I love working with the public, man, and I really, you know, I left working in like a public eye to focus on my music and get out there. Now, dude, we're so far out there that we'll never get it back. Like, it almost doesn't even belong to us anymore. Because once you release something, whether it's a music video or it's a song or whatever, like, do you have people taking it to make gamer videos?
Yeah.
And you have people like
montages.
Yeah, dude, it's like really crazy that like there's all these different things where some people listen to it on Spotify, some people want your actual album because it's high quality waves.
Yeah.
And like, dude, it's just once it's out there, it's not even yours anymore. It belongs to the public, as weird as that is. You know, you don't even publish music in a real aspect anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I can't Metallica someone the fuck to death if they take my music and make a little baby anime video out of it. Can't do shit about it. You know, I mean, I can sue them and stop them from doing it. But, like, it's like all George Lucas's shit.
Not too much trouble for the effort.
Way too much trouble. Like, I had this kid that we sued and shut down because he was publishing music under my fucking name. And it was a total pain in my ass. I hated that I had to fucking do it to him to begin with. But we had to. Yeah. Like, it was all there was to it, you know? But fuck it. You know, it's a total pain in the ass. A huge fucking, like, it would literally piss me off every other day dealing with it. And now dude's publishing his shit under a different name and everything's cool. And, like, I wish him the best. And, like, I hope shit's really great for him. For real. But it was a pain in my ass for a grip. You know, it's pissing my lawyer off, too. So, like, you know, you don't want to piss lawyers off and you don't want to be around a pissed off lawyer. Yeah. For real. So it's just one of them deals, you know. So yeah, I could imagine George Lucas and every fucking buddy that's ever been made fun of on Family Guy feels the same way, where they're just like, fuck it, I'm not going to court with these fucking idiots or people that get made fun of on South Park. Like, who gives a fuck? You're immortalized in a South Park episode. Make fun of me, South Park. Fuck you. I'll love you forever. I'll mail you some shirts. I'll send you my albums. You know, but dude, it's weird getting out there super fucking far and then like having your music. Like, dude, I literally have people that message me all the time or like call me and they're just like, yo, man, your music like really influences me and shit like that. And I'm like, cool, man, do something good
Yeah.
with
Yo,
it.
man, AOL me. Your music, man. AOL, hit me up, man.
Nah, dude, I'm older than that. Like, literally, I used to talk on Yahoo Messenger. And there was, I remember one time in the middle, it was like right before I went to college.
Yeah.
I got back on fucking Yahoo Messenger on my way old handle just to see if motherfuckers were still on there. And lo and behold, there was this person on there. So like I'm talking to him trying to figure out who the fuck it is. And it's this chick I used to talk to way the fuck back when. So I'm like, fuck it, I gotta go to work. So I literally go to work. I come home. My ex-wife is on this motherfucking computer and just like pretending she's me. You know what I'm saying? To try to figure out bullshit. And dude, I thought it was the shadiest fucking thing. You know, because like, why would you... First of all, I 100% did not remember who this person was.
Yeah.
They were the only person that was on Yahoo at the time. Like, the only one in the world that believed in it still. So, dude, it was just really, really fucking crazy that she would think such weird, negative shit. But, dude, that is what people that are doing negative shit try to do.
Dude,
Catfish.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, trying to find you doing something bad. Which I think is outrageous because, like, why would you look for problems in a relationship? But now that I was literally
It's all
talking to
about
my
trust,
boss about
dude.
that. Yeah, it's like,
There's
it
no,
is all
if there's
about
no
trust.
trust in it.
Yeah.
There, once the hate's there, dude,
Yeah.
it's over.
Oh yeah, it's ferocious, and like it's kind of like that 50 Cent 21 Questions song.
Yeah.
It's like you know, if you finding out me talking to another girl is enough for you to want to leave me, like how strong are we? Like for real, cause
Yeah.
like I don't know, it's just a really weird thing where like people only having one spouse
Yeah.
spun from like the Catholic Church one, and this is just a total fucking opinion.
Yeah.
Please don't light me up with negativity over this, but I feel like it really spins from like the Catholic Church wanting you to have a small, easy to manage family so they can get like that money from you, because they would literally get 10% or whatever the fuck it was at that point in the game. And it was super serious, man. Like literally during the Crusades, you were Catholic or you died. You know what I'm saying? It was a real serious fucking thing. And it's crazy looking back on shit and seeing it like that. But you look at how it has changed our everyday life. Because even in the Bible, there were men with multiple wives, and they had huge kingdoms and fucking dynasties. Literally, like all of this land was given to the Hebrews directly to cultivate into farmland and to make babies on. So it's just a really weird thing where like we were so alright with populating the earth, and then it turned into like a control factor type thing. So with that being said, with the world used to have been that way, it's really crazy to look at the world like, well, you gotta have trust and you gotta have this and that. And I'm like, look, trust and individuality are different things. They just are, you know. And I mean,
You
it's
gotta be there for yourself to be able to be there for somebody else.
true. You gotta love yourself, or you can't love no one else. That's the realest shit ever. And a lot of times, problems arise in relationships because there is insecurities involved.
Yeah.
You know, like it's a for real thing. I see people on Facebook arguing all the motherfucking time with their spouse about shit, and I'm like, bruh,
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
do you know we can see you? I could imagine being their next door neighbor, because they're yelling at me through the fucking internet. Like, I
Right.
could imagine being next door to that shit. The raging and the yelling.
Especially the ones that are in Gymtown that you know is on that bullshit.
Yeah, man.
Not to call anybody out. But,
No,
you
but
know.
I mean, people need to lay off of that shit. And dude, it's everywhere. Like, literally, there were these fucking weirdo people that do drugs in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
They were, during that fucking bad storm the other day, they were literally outside shooting off fucking fireworks. And, like, one of them went up into the air like one of those big mortar cannons. That gust, fucking big gust front hit it. And it blew it real fucking close to my neighbor's house, bruh. Like, blew it from the sky back down, and it exploded, like, right over a fucking driveway. And,
Wow.
dude, she came outside like she was gonna kill a motherfucker, bruh. It was
I'd be
scary.
shitty too.
Yeah, she yelled at him. She was like, yo, if you're going to do that stupid fucking shit in the storm, do it over by your house. Blah, blah, blah. I do. She was letting them fucking have it, bruh. And I feel her on that. Because,
Yeah.
dude, that shit is dangerous.
Bust a window.
Imagine
with
if one of the
that
kids was
wind,
running around the
dude.
yard.
Yeah.
Like, literally, there was this one time I was at this family get-together, right? And somebody put a motherfucking firework, like one of those mortar things, upside down in the thing.
What?
So, like, it didn't fire up.
It blew
It
inward.
blew it in, and dude, blew up in front of us, and it was the scariest fucking shit, bro, because it exploded with this force that you felt. It was like when you're at a concert and that bass is hitting you, but it was like if that bass hit you and the light fucking thing, and like you felt the fire.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like,
your heart
The
felt
stage
that
fire.
one.
yeah,
Heart
dude,
felt
it scared the
that
fuck
one.
out of everyone, dude, and it was like, what the fuck? Just that carelessness involved with that is, like, you're gonna fucking kill someone.
No, we're living in the moment.
Yeah.
You gotta have a good time.
Yeah, fucking fall festival for that matter. 4th of July around Evansville, Indiana is like a month fucking long event.
A month long fireworks
Yeah,
every
dude,
night.
motherfuckers
kids
just
in the
blowing
street.
shit up.
It's a summer party 24/7.
Yeah, dude, being annoying and being super fucking hype as shit with it. It's a real deal. Now, do I enjoy the 4th of July? Yeah. On the 4th of July.
On the
I don't enjoy June 22nd to fucking July 22nd. Because that is fucking the 4th of July month. It
Yeah.
should literally be like, it is a fucking hoedown white trash ass display of national love.
out here drinking beer and lighting sparklers.
Listen, if it just was left at that, it'd be cool. But people like literally blow their fucking fingers off
Yeah.
all the time around here, man. Like the ER just explodes with people with half a fucking hand running in there.
A few
And,
years
dude, it's
ago,
rough.
I had to work late night. Of course, everybody's rushing to get things done, and this girl put a knife in the sink, and I cut my finger on 4th of July. I got there at the ER. Took me 2 hours to get in on 4th of July. It was that busy with
Yeah,
people.
stupid
Hands
shit.
blown
yeah.
off, all that stuff.
Yeah, I got burned in the fucking face with a snake.
I got cut with a knife.
Oh, dude. But you gotta go because
It's a
your-
work injury,
Yeah, dude,
yeah.
you gotta be there. You gotta piss clean, all that bullshit for that.
Uh-huh.
It's a crazy world we live in. Literally, Illinois
Yeah.
fucking made it so it's no longer illegal to
Dude,
smoke
it's
the
crazy
smoke,
to
baby.
think because I've learned so fucking much from the Jamaican lifestyle culture.
Yeah,
And
they definitely about
dude,
that life.
they treat it like it's just a regular plant. They don't even look like some of them don't even smoke it, dude.
It's just
it's just what it is.
it's literally good for the soil around
Yeah,
it because the roots go so deep.
and,
that
yeah,
it
and they
flows.
use it for
Yeah.
their soul too.
Yeah,
you know? It's
yeah.
not just hey, I'm fucking rolling up a spliff so I can fucking get high.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
it's-
there's a whole bunch of people that don't like. I don't use tobacco for fucking anything.
yeah.
But like, am I against it? Hell no, because it's an important fucking thing. Literally, do you know what rotation cropping is? It's
Yeah, you gotta switch it out.
you
so
switch
your
it out so
land
you go
don't
from
bad.
soybeans
Yeah.
to corn to fucking tobacco
Yeah.
to this or that,
Yeah.
and like you need to do that. You know, it's like the Amazon jungle. It's real shit. It's a super fucking outrageously dense jungle. But within the jungle, if you look at it from like a Google map, you can see that like it has
It's patches.
it's
got
patches, it's
different
city streets. There's
yeah.
like and like this cultivation was set up. So like literally all this water can get to these different parts of the jungle, and the reason why that is there was literally 20 million people that lived in that motherfucking jungle. And we know that because of how many trees exist that cultivate fruit and cultivate tree nuts that are not native there, and vanilla plants that are not fucking native there. So like these plants literally were put into this soil that is so rich that there is no other soil like it, but that soil didn't even originate there. It was moved from somewhere to there for these trees to be cultivated and for it to make food for 20 million motherfucking people that somehow disappeared. Fucking out of here, super crazy. So imagine, just theoretically speaking, that place, say it is the middle of the earth. The start of man happened there. And 20 million people existed there at one time speaking the same language, which at that point in the game would be the majority of the population of the entire fucking earth.
Right.
All right? So imagine that was the civilization that tried to build the Tower of Babel. And if you don't know what that is, it was the tower that humans built to get to heaven.
Well, yeah, it's crazy thing because the Jamaican, Rastas, okay, let's be more specific. They firmly believe in Jah, they firmly believe in the burning down the gates of Babylon and
all that crazy
all that
shit. Yeah.
But it's just like they hold that shit on such a high pedestal that I don't know. I feel like people don't take enough time to analyze shit, man. They're like, oh, I like that or I don't like that. Like
it's a yes or no thing. Yeah, it can't be like people. You're right. People literally will take like a like if you don't like a particular type of something, you'll literally just ignore it altogether in this day and age instead of accepting the fact that it exists and it matters.
Instead of negativity, you would just look at something as an aspect perspective in a positive manner.
Yeah, but
it would turn out to be like
more fruitful. Yeah. Dude, because the whole thing about it is you have knowledge and you have experience. Knowledge is an understanding of something. Experience is fucking doing it. So you can read all about open heart surgery or religion or whatever the fuck, but like really digging in deep and like going there and seeing it is a whole different thing, baby.
It's like public speakers. You have people that can memorize the entire thing, and they get out there and they're sweaty palms, can't get. And then you have the person who out there, the salesman,
just doing it.
Out there talking, doesn't even have to go off script.
And dude, here's the thing, like, you shouldn't need a script in life to be a real motherfucking human being. You should just be able to, like, do it. If you're speaking from your heart, man, you're not really thinking, like, will this affect somebody?
And I feel like that's what a lot of people have problem with, is triggering their passions.
Yeah.
Don't be told to do
They don't want, they're scared to follow their dreams because they've been, society has simplified a family's life.
Yeah. Marginalized all of that. Yeah.
We gotta get these phones. We gotta get Wi-Fi. We gotta be connected. We all gotta have the same plan. We all got.
You're right. It is like that. And like, if you think about it, it's just a weird day and age, man. Like, for example, my mom's bought a whole bunch of different stocks before she passed away, and she bought T-Mobile, Verizon, and she bought some Singular stocks. And when we found out about that, we were talking to her stockbroker after she passed away, and we were like, what is this stupid shit? Like, why would she own all these different telephone companies? And he was like, she did it because she figured that all the companies would eventually become one anyways. And dude, that was the realest shit ever because like shortly after that, Singular became AT&T. Boost Mobile's its own thing, but barely. Like, dude, there's just so many companies that just got bought out and then merged into each other that she ended up with this outrageous amount of stock property just because
Didn't
companies
Sprint
folded.
by Virgin Mobile or something like that?
I think
Yeah.
that Sprint was able. I think that the guy that owned Virgin Mobile walked away from it because it was just he was just investing in other shit. It's really what I think happened. But yeah, dude, fuck it. I mean, the right person came at me for Power Requires Hustle. Throw $50 million at me, I'll walk away from this shit tomorrow, baby, for real. And nothing against music and doing it, but dude, I could do a lot
much
different
more,
shit
yeah.
with fucking $50 million.
Right, rebrand yourself.
Dude, I
That's
just
what that guy did.
change it into something totally different. I'd start event planning, you know, so like it wouldn't just be music. It would be like, yo, this is my way of bringing in badass artists plus helping out my artists because they'll be opening and doing this and that, working with these motherfuckers directly.
You have equipment at ease.
Yeah. Adrian was like, one day you're gonna own Strange Music. And I thought that was fucking hilarious.
That's wild.
Dude, she really did say that to me though. My wife said that to me. And I thought that was fucking outrageously cool.
That's a
But
dream
dude,
to
let
have.
me hit Powerball, or let me get a hold of a outrageous amount of money. You're damn right. I'll throw it at a big label and like we'll turn into a big ass
Go on
music
a
firm.
game
Or
show or something.
why not?
Yeah.
Why not entangle?
That's what I'm
the
saying.
labels.
Like we'll just fucking merge everything together.
Make
yeah.
a fucking. Don't necessarily take complete control, but that's
Oh, I'm
like.
not. Dude,
just
I
like-
would let them do their fucking
Yeah.
thing, and I'd chill silent partner and just learn from them directly and funnel it
To
down to
have
our
a game
shit.
plan together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Because Tech might want to go to fucking Australia and play there, and guess what? I got artists in
And
Australia.
they go
that-
everywhere too.
No doubt. So yeah, dude. It'd be, I mean,
They're
but dude,
touring
it's-
all the time, constantly.
yeah, it's hard to drag a person all the way to Australia. Like Cooper, taking long ass flights is
Flights
dude. It's
are a pain.
so imagine if you had to.
Overlays, different flights,
fuck all
different
that.
services that either are good or suck.
Yeah.
What airline did you take over there?
All right, we took Delta
Cool.
all the way to Europe, and then we got on a Norwegian line to fly to Africa. Oh, I tell you, this Norwegian line didn't have none of the air conditioned things on the top.
Fuck
So I'm
that.
sitting there
Dying.
trying.
You're literally
to
like
get-
trying your best not to fucking die.
Right.
Like I was on a plane that was like that, and it was on a connecting flight from I think it was after we left Chicago. So it was literally the longest. No, it wasn't. It was the one from LAX to Dallas Fort Worth. That's where it was.
I'll tell you, my flying sucked. That's like 30 hours. 30 hours of going to different airlines.
You were
different
literally
places.
on planes for 30 hours.
It's rough. You gotta go 12 hours over the desert. You gotta go another 8 across the ocean.
Fuck
And then like 2 or
that.
3 going back to Evansville.
Yeah, I'm not feeling
Yeah.
all that, baby. That's a lot going on.
Yeah.
That's a lot fucking going on. But I would definitely make the trip in respect of playing in Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Alright,
would
you
get me
gotta-
back
you gotta
on the
be
plane.
there for people.
If it's a major music move, dude, I'll do it. No doubt. But, dude, it's got to make sense. It's got to be
I mean,
economically
in order to
safe.
be at that level, you gotta make those decisions.
You do.
Right.
You gotta go. Like, dude, I didn't want to go to LA, but like Joker was like, "Bruh, come the fuck out here and
Right,
work with me
right.
in LA." And I
Like
was like, "Well,
traveling
I guess I'm
really
working in
opens
LA."
up your mind.
Yeah, it
like,
changes
you
Well, you
realize
see
that
different
there's-
ways of life.
There's different ways. There's so much more out there.
A lot more out
Blows
there.
your
dude.
mind.
Yeah, it's a crazy world, man. When you look at it from like a small city perspective.
Into like something like New York.
It keeps
Yeah.
your mind fresh.
Concrete
That's what changed
jungles,
everything
yeah.
for me too. Was working with artists that aren't from here. Once people saw me on tracks with like Jelly and working with the Joker, and
Like, you're doing this?
oh, dude,
Yeah.
because like people don't expect you to, and then you do it, and then it's dope as fuck, and then they're like, "Oh, Rich is really awesome." I'm like, I've been awesome.
Yeah,
You
right.
just didn't care because like I wasn't buying houses and new cars and
Right.
fucking
You weren't
balling
flexing
out.
it.
And, yeah, I wasn't
Yeah.
throwing money in music videos, and now it's like
yeah, dude. I mean, not that you ain't had good goals, but like since I've personally known you in the past couple years, it seems like you're
it's blowing.
career's
Yeah,
escalating,
dude,
dude.
it's crazy. Like we looked at the fan page reach. And I was, dude, it's the 2nd, it'll be the 2nd of June. I'm sorry, 2nd of July. And like 24 minutes. And we literally already have like 14,000 people that just came through and looked at the page and said some shit. And dude, it's just mad ill. That happened in one day. And I used to get geeked out excited when I had
Right.
100 views on YouTube.
When I was
know what
on
I'm
my
saying?
mission trip, I showed one of the girls the music video, and she's like, "I think I've seen this before." It blew
Bruh,
my
you were in
mind.
fucking Africa.
Yeah.
So think about that. Think about how far we have gotten in the world. Like, dude, my Spotify views alone, and the people that follow me and the diversity in it, it's like, how do I have people downloading my shit in Russia? Bro, I didn't even know they were allowed to like me there. And I know that sounds fucked up, but like, dude, there's like South Koreans fuck with me. People in countries I could not fucking find on a map listen to my shit. And it's ill. It's fucking mad dope. I think we were played in like 1,324 countries or some
Wow.
stupid shit last year. And I could imagine what it's going to be this year. It's just ballooning out, man. Like you said,
Yeah.
this is
Especially
the-
with technology changing,
Yeah.
social media.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, look,
Anyone could get on a platform today and
Yeah.
just outreach.
yeah, and I mean, but the whole thing about it is, it's
Gotta know
like
how to
catch
market
it. You gotta
correctly.
catch that attention and keep it, and
That
then
make
turn
a
it
stupid
into.
video and get famous.
Yeah, I mean, it happens, but like I don't want to have a situation where like I make something that I fucking hate. You know, I
It's
really.
blow
not
up
you,
off of
yeah.
it.
Oh,
Because then
you're
people think
trapped
that's
with
your
it
image.
forever. Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
that's your whole thing, and you're like, fuck, I made the fucking country rock song or whatever the fuck, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, you know, you don't want to be trapped and marginalized in like a particular platform.
Right,
You
you're
don't.
known as that guy.
Yeah, because like then
Oh,
you're
you're that guy in that video.
You're a guy that they make memes out of. Cool
Yeah.
fucking gravy. I'm not paying my fucking electric bill with memes, bruh. Buy my album. And dude, they'll like, it's a hot single or whatever the fuck, and then dude, it peters out, and then where are you at in the world? You know, like you gotta build a dynasty with your shit. You have to have a 10-year plan. You have to know what to do after you have a major single. And I don't know because I've never had like a major single. But bruh, when my shit plays and people get paid for it, dude, I get a large percentage of that money. I like it's like 86% of my royalties come to me. And dude, that's crazy to think, you know. Let me have $1 million fucking dollar single. Like, it's gonna be a lot of fucking loot for me, you know. So you gotta look at it like when you're owning the rights to something, man, it means more, in my
It's
opinion.
yours. You
Yeah,
crafted
it is, man. I don't have to worry about leaving a label and it's like, oh, I can't do any of my songs that I recorded with Jive, you know, because they own that shit, or they're using it for fucking shoe commercials
Yeah,
or whatever the fuck.
advertising.
Yeah, dude, because they'll do that
TV
shit.
shows.
Yeah, they'll get a hold of your major single and then it'll end up in a fucking commercial with a gecko selling car insurance or whatever the fuck. It will happen to you if you're not careful and you don't have the right person
And then
representing
you
you.
won't even see it. Not
You
even
won't see
half.
shit of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was some wrestlers that worked for WCW in the late '90s, and they would say, like, come up with catchphrases, and because they said it on TV and fans liked it, they would literally show up at the events the next week, and they would have the shit on T-shirts, but they weren't getting no money off of it. So like
You're
they.
getting paid for this?
No, dude.
Excuse
Like
me?
the thing about it is
Yeah.
like I mean, I understand because they're like trying to recoup how much it costs to keep the wrestlers around, anyways. but man, you gotta pay your artists
It's
a
like
little
the
something.
good guy, bad guy in WWE. You know, the bad guy can't sell that merch or something. You said.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
it's a real thing because nobody wants to be like bad guys. And dude, I'm a hardcore bad guy when I wrestle. Like, bruh, fans throw shit at me. It was great. I had somebody that threw a fucking snack cake in the ring at me. And it's like, bruh, they
I'm gonna
really
come
are
to your show
hardcore.
and throw a pizza in the ring.
Bruh, it will, dude. I had
Get Pizza Boy out there.
no shit. Pizza
Shot
boy,
call.
Pizza boy will go out there and eat that motherfucker. Dude. But it's a real thing, man. Where like there are people that
the
want to
pizza from the
be
match.
wrestlers, but like nobody wants to be the bad guy. And dude,
Yeah.
I know the struggle
Yeah.
that old school wrestlers go through of seeing the industry change like that, and they're 100% not cool with it. And dude, I like being the bad guy. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You don't like me? Cool. I'm not trying to fucking get signed to WWE, bitch.
Right. We all want to be the Undertaker.
Nah, dude, everybody wants to be a
Slamming
badass,
bodies.
you know what I'm saying? But like when you go out there and you're yelling at the motherfucking fans and
Right.
just tearing
Getting
them down
into
and
it.
making fun of them, making fun of their fucking grandmother, like
Entertainment.
taking their beers, like dude, if you're being a bully, like a high school bully is
Yeah.
literally what my character is. I know
like
that
a
sounds
real-life
fucking
film.
stupid, but yeah. So like I go out there, I play my character. We're yelling, arguing, I'm picking on people, all this shit. And then when the good guy punches me in the fucking face finally, bruh, it's like they punched me in the fucking face.
Yeah.
And then like the person that yelled at me the most, I'll roll outside the ring and just be like, why didn't you help me? You know what I'm saying?
Why didn't you help
Why
me?
didn't you help me?
They hit me with
Like,
a chair.
Dude, I'll literally point at my eye where I just got fucking blasted.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, look at this, dude. Can you believe this bully just did this shit to me? And they're like, yeah, I can believe it. You deserve it. Yeah. And, dude, they get that satisfaction from it. And, dude, people don't understand how important that
How
is, that they
slight
don't
effect
like
it
you.
has on
Yeah,
people.
I mean,
makes them come back.
everybody wants to be what's called a tweener, which is a good guy that, or a bad guy, but is so liked that he can sell merchandise. I'm like, dude, fuck that. I sell merch all day anyways for other reasons. I'm a crossover artist.
Yeah.
I can have a side of me that's a douchebag and get all of those feelings out, and then I don't put that shit in my music, you know? I'm like a 50 Cent wrestler. It's fucking weird. Just a bully. You know, I'm going to start, like, really picking on people one of these days. You know, just tearing them apart and making fun of them and, you know, just really getting into
You
it.
need to find that bald guy and like shine his head or something.
Oh, bruh.
Whipped cream on the top. Good chair.
That'd be
Get
crazy.
the
Whipped
fuck
cream.
out of here.
Whipped
Bro,
cream.
it's not whipped cream.
Right.
Take some off his head, lick it. Yeah,
That's
that's
fucking-
mine.
That's
yeah.
creepy. That's creepy.
Oh, you thought this was shaving gel, huh?
Nah, bro, that's that whipped cream. No, but look, wrestling's a cool fucking business, man. In a lot of ways,
Right,
it's
very
like
creative,
fucking,
different characters.
yeah, dude. I mean,
Plots, intros. there's
yeah,
a lot
I
of
like it a
creativity.
lot, dude. I really do. But it's more than just an art form. Like I almost hate that people say it's an art form because like it is,
It's a
but like
sport.
it's a physicality, man. Because it's like, dude, you gotta be a tough motherfucker to survive in the wrestling business. You just do. Or there's gotta be something different and something wrong with you in a way, man. And I mean, that doesn't necessarily seem fair. But like all of us have like a
certain humor to it.
yeah, dude. I mean, there's a seriousness involved for sure, but there is definitely like this
Atmosphere.
really weird aura about it that's unlike anything else, dude. It's just it's an amazing business. I'll never regret wrestling ever. There's never been one match where I'm like, man, I hated that. I wish I would have never done it. You know, now there's been matches that I've been nervous as hell about.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, you're in a situation where you're like, man, this is going to be fucking rough. But, a lot of times, man, it's just that negativity that happens. Like, for example, Clued. Do you know how depression works? I mean, you
Yeah.
know what depression is.
Yeah.
But here's how it works, all right? This is real shit. depression is literally not just a bad thing that happens to you, but a series of bad things that happen throughout your
Build
entire
up.
life.
Yeah.
And dude, it's like you'll get depressed and then another bad thing will happen.
Yeah.
And then another bad thing will happen. And then another bad thing happens.
You look at the bad, not the good.
Yeah.
It can come
Yeah.
at any time.
And then you literally look at it like, if I jump off this motherfucking bridge, that's just
What's the
but you
world missing
don't.
out from you?
But then another bad thing happens, and you're like, that's just another reason why I should jump, and then another reason.
Dude,
and-
it fucking gets hard being.
It
Not,
does.
I'm not trying to like be that person, but it gets hard being out there by myself.
Yeah.
And it's just like I gotta deal with that shit myself, and I gotta drown myself in music, or else the silence is just gonna
Right.
make it that
Yeah,
much
dude,
worse.
it's super rough, man.
It makes you stronger at the end of the day.
It does, man, but like it's the understanding of there's light at the end of the tunnel, man. There's good shit that will happen. You just gotta like embrace
Somehow
the
tread
negative.
there for the
Yeah, dude,
ride.
you gotta trudge through it. Like literally yesterday, I was so motherfucking depressed, and then I went to my job interview at this really fucking awesome place, and after all this sobriety, dude, I still pissed dirty. And it was so disappointing for me because it's been like 47 days, bruh. And like, oh man, I couldn't believe the shit. But like, it can stay in your system for 90 days. I have a buddy of mine that had the shit in his system for 8 fucking months.
Yeah, seeing that.
8 fucking months, bruh. He pissed dirty.
And that's what's fucked up about the American society, cause you like, dude, you go to fucking somewhere like Amsterdam and Germany or
It's
whatever,
everywhere.
and it's everywhere because
Yeah.
people don't give it's a fucking plant that somebody grows,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. It was
Now-
literally put on the earth like oranges and grapes, and like, dude, it is a plant that is there for us to cultivate and create medicines and create different things from. And even if you don't believe that it's a miracle drug, which I don't know
Well,
if it is one way or
Then
another, but
tell me what it's for then.
it's I don't know, it's like every other.
Medicine, recreational.
yeah.
You can make.
But it is
clothing,
100.
bricks,
Look, I mean, but
oil,
that's
Well,
like the hemp
food.
aspect
Yeah,
of
I
it.
mean,
yeah.
for like the perspective of the person bringing negativity.
Oh,
like-
okay. Well, the person bringing
Like,
negativity
I
looks
feel
at
like
it like
they
it's just
need
another
twice
drug.
well, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say it
It's
like that.
like
But
a
I feel
bad
like they should have twice
stereotype,
as many.
but is widely accepted in certain.
I mean, it
parts.
is, yeah. But I mean, look, there's a bunch of different things that America has, or just people in general,
like
link
opioids
with.
being
Yeah,
the-
dude. Like literally, the people that speak out against marijuana are like, well, they don't need it because they've got good ass jobs and they go to the doctor
or
and they're given a
prescribed
bunch.
medicines that are milligrams, hundreds of milligrams.
Yeah, and dude, here's the thing: those doctors literally get money
Off
for
of it, yeah.
suggesting that shit to you, and it's like, bruh, this is not necessarily the best way of going
Yeah,
about it. But
And then you go, not to bring up the Rastas once more, but you go and watch a fucking interview. There's this dude, his name's Prof. I,
okay,
and he sits here and talks about how, you know, when you're sick, you're feeling bad, or the day's fucking shit. You can't just take a fucking. No, this part he didn't say, but this is me.
okay,
But you can't just take your fucking day away by fucking taking your medicine necessarily.
that's
Because
true.
you're still mentally. Now, when you're smoking,
You
you're
slow
still mentally
down.
aware, but like
Relax.
people like me, my thoughts are constantly fucking going.
Yeah,
And when I'm smoking, I finally have that chance, which is kind of hard for me. If I had to quit, it's going to make it so fucking hard.
yeah.
But it's like, if I gotta do it, I gotta do it. But it's gonna be so
But dude,
hard. and
don't
it's
do
just
it
like,
if you like. I didn't stop smoking till I was 33 years old, bruh. Like, if you really think about that, from 19 to 33 is a long fucking time to like self-medicate and whatnot. And like, I feel like towards the later part of it, like I wasn't smoking all the time.
Yeah.
I wasn't smoking to get fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, it was just like a chill at the end of the day type thing. You know, and I look at it 100% differently than when I was taking medication, because that taking medication controls your
You get
life in a way.
symptoms.
Because yeah, you literally have set times that you take your medicine, and like it's like when my
ain't
dog
na-
is trained to
it's
go
not natural.
outside. Yeah, it's
It's
not natural, it's
controlling,
controlled.
you know.
It is. But at the same time, man, I would much rather. I mean, if you have diabetes, or you're not going to take your fucking diabetic
Yeah, well,
insulin, because, like, I mean, it's.
Insulin's only getting more and more expensive.
Yeah, but I mean, you're going to take it because
It's a
you
need.
want to live.
Yeah.
So, like, I look at people that are depressed. If, like, you prefer to take a medicine over smoking, like, this is America, baby. Do what you need to do to make you feel better about your life and your world. Whatever it is. You know, I'm not going to judge anyone for fucking anything. All I know is when I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder when I was 19, I was taking this medicine that made me allergic to the goddamn sun. So,
Yeah.
like, and dude, it fucked me up. I burn super easy. My eyes are super susceptible to light. And that's not a bullshit thing. Like, people think I have my sunglasses on because I'm a douchebag. And it's literally because my fucking eyes hurt, and which hurts my head,
Yeah.
which disorients me, and like
Overall, it makes you feel like shit.
it
and then
makes me
comes out
feel
that
like
way.
shit, bruh. Like, we did an outside wrestling show, and I baked in the motherfucking sun, and dude, it cooked the motherfucker. It really did. How was Africa, like, temperature wise? Was it hot and fucking clammy?
It's a lot better than here right now. I mean, you're on the equator. There's no humidity.
Yeah.
Off the Nile River. There's trees everywhere, natural. I mean, I think it's a lot better than what it is here. Not the same air quality. Like I tell you, I shaved my beard before I left because I had so much dirt and grime in it.
Yeah.
But like, it is a lot better than there. You know, it's a whole different atmosphere because it's more of a tropic but dry weather.
Yeah.
Well, they
You
also
know.
don't have mass factories either.
That's true.
They do have factories.
I mean, but
there.
it's a different thing, though. They're
Yeah.
regulated better because of the wildlife that exists there.
But it's not the same regulations. Like,
I mean,
they
it's
don't
not,
have the
but, like,
filters or nothing.
But
There's
But
not so many. Though.
there's not so
That's
many.
True, yeah.
And like, their power plants are different.
Yeah, they're
and,
very agricultural. You know.
and dude, everything in Africa is a circle of life, and it
It's
matters.
used,
It's literally Lion King in that
recycle.
bitch. Yeah.
Rely on nature.
They don't have a mass production. Really, what it is they don't have Pepsi and Coke.
They do.
I mean, they do,
Yeah.
but do they have the same plastic cultivation that we do here?
No,
They don't
it's
have the
glass
debris.
bottles
It's just
they
it's
don't
not
use.
as big a thing.
Yeah.
And glass bottles are way easier to recycle than the plastic ones. They just are.
Yeah.
They break down differently, and less of the glass is actually lost. If that makes sense at all. So literally, it's less reusing or remanufacturing of it.
Yeah.
But plastic, you have to break down to the smallest motherfucking little pieces for it to be able to melt down correctly, break down the molecules, and to reform them together into another thing.
Yeah, me and you worked in that little factory there.
Yeah, we
we
did,
all,
man.
all about it.
Yeah.
All
That's-
those bits just to make pellets.
Do you know
to
what's
turn
crazy
into
about
cups.
that too? Is that factory shut down.
It shut down.
Yeah, dude. Everybody got laid off. Barry backed out of their contract. It was rough for him. And dude, it sucks because like we all worked there and we all loved
We
it.
had loads,
yeah,
loads. We were
dude.
there.
But I mean,
made
look,
their job easier.
yeah, we made it loads easier. But I mean, that's helped me get several different job opportunities. Like people hear that you drove a forklift and they're like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Yeah, man, I loved it." In fact, I found some video of me driving the forklift, and I'm gonna put in a music video for sure. I'm gonna like do me just rolling, rapping into my phone, and I'm gonna wiggle into a music video because it's a dope ass shot. Really cool shit. All right, fam. here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna peace out. Another great episode of Power Requires Hustle. Power Plays.
Action-packed, dude. These
Yeah,
episodes,
dude. Yeah, great, man. Straight from the heart. Straight shooting, baby.
that's how you
know what I'm
gotta
saying?
do it.
Yeah, dude. Freelance. On the fly. Guerrilla warfare. Ah, you know what I'm saying? Anywho, King Kold.
Clue it.
Cooper Poco.
Yo, we're peacing out with you, baby. Make sure you like and subscribe this. Tell your friends. Share this on Facebook and Twitter, baby. Follow us on Twitter at The Real King Kold.
Get that Clue it.
No doubt, man. Cooper, are you on Twitter?
No, I don't like Twitter.
You need to get on Twitter, motherfucker. Anyways, follow us, baby. Follow us any way you can. Find me on Spotify. For real. Add me to your list.
I need the car that's off the hook. Old school dope look. Paint job got them shook.
You are now
Creepy
listening
but
to a
clean
Power
like
Requires
Stephen
Hustle
King.
presentation.